Hey there watch enthusiasts, welcome back to the Steady Ticker. I'm Joe, one of your go-to friends when it comes to all things about luxury watches, and with me is...
Joel, your other go-to friend who's also passionate about luxury watches. In this video we've got something special in the spotlight, the brand new Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition.
Interesting, right? Hamilton has once again graced us with another timepiece, and this one has us buzzing with excitement. It's like Hamilton just knows what we want in a watch, and trust me, this watch has the potential to make a big splash in the watch market.
You know, Joe, Hamilton has a rich history, initially American and now Swiss, and they've always had a unique military-inspired aesthetic. It's a brand that's always caught our attention.
Right, the military influence in their designs has been a winner for them, and when I first saw this watch online, all I could think was, Hamilton, take my money. It's like they designed it just for watch enthusiasts.
The new Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition comes in two sizes, 37 and 41mm, catering to all wrist sizes. It's available in various dial colors, but we had to get our hands on the black dial version with a bracelet. The big question is this expedition a step up or a step down from Hamilton's classics? You know what, Joe? Let's just get right into it.
Alright, let us first look into the nitty-gritty details of the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition. This watch is not just another pretty face, it's packed with some serious specs and features that make it a contender among all the luxury watches out there.
Indeed, so let's talk about size options. The Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition comes in two sizes, 37 and 41mm. And this means Hamilton is catering to everyone, from those who prefer a more compact look to those who like a slightly larger presence on the wrist.
And thickness-wise, this watch stands at a very reasonable 11.8mm, especially considering it houses an automatic movement, so it's not going to feel bulky or cumbersome.
Now, the lug-to-lug measurement is crucial for wearability, and here Hamilton did an excellent job. The lug-to-lug size is 43.8mm, making it very compact and comfortable to wear, even on smaller wrists.
That's a good point, Joel, and for all you strap enthusiasts out there, the lug width is a standard 20mm. This opens up a world of possibilities for strap customization. You can put this watch on nylon, rubber, leather, you name it.
Well, Joe, I must say I like that feature. Now, let's talk about the design elements. The Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition has a rugged, no-nonsense look. The case is entirely unpolished, giving it that tough and durable appearance.
Yeah, I love how it retains that classic Hamilton aesthetic. Even though it's a new release, it still carries that timeless Hamilton vibe.
And the monochromatic color scheme is a big win. It's a watch that can easily complement any outfit in your wardrobe, whether you're dressing up for a formal occasion or gearing up for an outdoor adventure.
Plus, we can't forget about the sapphire crystal. It's protecting the dial, and it's a sapphire with a coating. This means it's not only durable, but also quite scratch resistant, ensuring your watch stays looking fresh.
And of course, we can't ignore the water resistance. The Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition is rated at 100 meters, which is the sweet spot for a versatile tool watch. It's a step up from some of Hamilton's previous models, like the Khaki Field Mechanical, which had a lower water resistance rating.
Well, in terms of specifications and features, this watch really seems to tick all the right boxes. It's got the size options, durability and design versatility that many watch enthusiasts look for in a timepiece.
The specifications of the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition are truly amazing, Joe. But now let's talk about something that caught my attention, the bezel and compass functionality of the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition.
Alright, the presence of a bezel on a non-dive watch is quite intriguing. This bezel is a bidirectional, meaning that you can rotate it both ways, which is a bit unusual for a field watch.
Now, you might be wondering, why do I need a bezel on a non-diving watch? Well, here's where the compass markings come into play. On this bezel, you've got north, east, south, and west indicated.
And this compass feature can come in handy, especially if you're someone who enjoys outdoor activities like hiking or camping. If you find yourself in the wilderness, having a basic directional reference can be valuable.
But let's get real for a moment, Joe. How practical is this compass bezel for the average wearer? I mean, most of us have smartphones with GPS, and a lot of watches these days come with digital compasses.
True, Joe. It does feel a bit like a throwback, almost like having a backup compass in case all your gadgets fail. And in everyday urban life, it might not see much use.
Right? While it's a nice touch and adds to the watch's rugged aesthetic, for most, it might be more of a fidget spinner than a practical tool.
But hey, there's something undeniably cool about having compass markings on your watch. It's a conversation starter for sure.
Yeah, that's right. It's those little details that make a watch stand out and add to its charm. While the compass bezel might not be a game changer, it's still a unique feature of the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition.
Alright, now it's time to shift our attention to one of the most crucial elements of any watch, the dial and lume of the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition.
The dial is where you spend most of the time looking, so it better be worth the gaze. But what about this new Hamilton watch's design?
The dial design of the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition is close to perfection, in our humble opinion. It's clean, it's legible, it's incredibly aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I see that. One notable feature is the absence of a date complication, and that's something many watch enthusiasts will appreciate. Sometimes a date window can clutter the dial, but here Hamilton has kept it refreshingly simple.
Also, the numerals on this dial are slightly different from the ones on the Khaki Field Mechanical. They have a unique, slightly squished look that adds character.
Plus, the use of rectangular markers for every 5 minutes is a nice touch. It adds a bit of texture to the dial, and it's visually pleasing to see the seconds hand gracefully moving around those markers.
Now let's talk lume. This is where the Khaki Field Expedition might not shine as brightly as some other watches.
That's true, Joe. If you're looking for a watch with exceptionally bright lume, Hamilton might not be your top choice. The lume here does its job, but it's not going to light up the night sky.
So for those who rely heavily on luminescence for nighttime legibility, it's something to consider. But keep in mind that this watch is more about its rugged outdoor appeal than being a dive watch with ultra bright lume.
Exactly. In a way, the subtle lume kind of fits the overall aesthetic of this watch. It's not flashy, but it's functional.
And it's important to remember that a watch is more than just its individual parts, it's about the whole package, and this dial, with its understated elegance and legibility, certainly adds to the charm of the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition.
Alright, let's get into the heart of the matter, shall we? Let's now talk about the movement and price considerations of the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition.
The movement in a watch can really make or break the ownership experience. In this case, the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition is powered by the Hamilton H10 movement.
The H10 movement is intriguing because it's a bit of a deviation from the standard. It's essentially an ETA 2824 movement, but Hamilton has made some tweaks. It's been slowed down from a 4 Hz movement to a 3 Hz movement.
But good news, that change in beat rate results in an extended power reserve of 80 hours. That's something to take note of because a longer power reserve means you can put the watch down for a couple of days and it will still be ticking when you pick it up.
But Joe, let's talk about the real performance of this movement. Sure, the power reserve is impressive, but how does it actually perform in daily wear?
Well, operating this watch is quite delightful. The crown is big, it's grippy, and it provides a satisfying winding experience. Hamilton has always done a good job with crowns, and this one is no exception.
And it's hackable, which means that you can pull the crown all the way out, the second hand stops, allowing you to set the time precisely. It's a small but appreciated feature.
But again, the big question, does this movement justify the watch's price? And here's where we have a bit of a dilemma.
Right, Joe. A couple of years ago, you could have picked up a Khaki Field Mechanical for around $350, but fast forward to 2023, and the new Khaki Field Expedition is going for around $1,035 on the bracelet.
That's a significant price increase, and it does raise some concerns, especially for those who have been long-time Hamilton fans. The brand has been steadily raising its prices, and it's leaving some of us scratching our heads.
It's a tough call, really. A lot of watch enthusiasts love these watches, and the Khaki Field Expedition takes so many boxes, but at this price point, it's competing with some serious contenders in the watch market.
Indeed, while the movement is impressive with its extended power reserve, the rising prices of Hamilton watches are something to consider. It's not as affordable as it once was.
Yeah, but as the famous quote says, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and for many, the Khaki Field Expedition might just be worth every penny.
It's now time for the moment of truth. Let's sum it up.
The pros of this watch are undeniable. It's got a versatile design, impressive power reserve, and that rugged Hamilton aesthetic that so many of us love.
And let's not forget the absence of a date complication, which can be a positive feature for many, and it keeps the dial clean and symmetrical.
But there are a few cons to consider as well. The lume, while functional, may not satisfy those who prioritize bright luminescence. And then there's the rising price of Hamilton watches, which can be a concern for some.
So would we recommend the Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition? Well, it depends on what you're looking for in a watch. If you're after a reliable, versatile tool watch with a unique compass bezel, it's certainly worth considering.
But if you're price sensitive or you need blinding lume for nighttime adventures, you might want to explore other options.
After all, a watch is a personal choice. What matters most is whether it resonates with you and fits your style.
And there you have it. We hope this has been informative and has helped you make a decision about this Hamilton Khaki Field Expedition.
Let us know your thoughts about this new Hamilton watch. Would you add it to your collection or not? Leave your comments down below. We'd love to read them.
Want to know more about watches? Hit the subscribe button below to support the Steady Ticket channel and click the notification bell to instantly know about our new videos on luxury watches. See you in the next one.